Hey, we're out for a walk. Oh, it's about 25 degrees out. It's chilly. And you're probably staring right into that sun. Hey, let's turn around this way so I stare into the sun. Come over here with me.
Oh, we were done.
We're on our normal, just under 3-mile walk. It's a loop around our neighborhood. It feels good to be out. We had some snow yesterday, but it melted overnight, right? Yeah, it's gone.
Yep.
But there's still some snow left, as you can tell. Hi, everybody. Hi. It's today is March 31st, and here in Montana we got our shelter-in-place orders just on Friday, this last Friday. But our governor also encouraged us to get out and get some physical exercise. If we want to take a hike or go biking or whatever, he said that's fine. He said just try not to put yourself in a situation where you are going to need emergency care. So, to that end, I am meeting Janet today. We're going to a new hike. It's called South Spencer, and it is part of the Whitefish Trail set of trails. And we are practicing social distancing today by driving separately. Normally, Janet and I would meet at a prearranged spot and then drive the rest of the way to the trailhead together. But today we're each taking our own car to the trailhead so that, yeah, all that. Holy cow, right? Here we go. All right, so we'll see what today brings, and you'll be along for the ride. It's about a 40-minute drive from our house to the trailhead, and so on the way there I will let you watch what we did for Russell for his birthday. Russell's birthday happened last week, and of course his parents had a big party planned, but that couldn't happen. So we did, we had a party at home, and I think it went pretty well. Okay, this is the cake we're going to make.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yep.
What kind of cake is it?
Mine.
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
Yeah, because you like vanilla, right?
Because you know, it's my favorite cake, vanilla.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'll share some of my cake with my family.
That'll be very nice of you, huh?
And it'll be delicious.
It sure
I
will.
can stir it now. We need to stir it?
Yes, we do.
I'll stir that.
Okay.
Do we need to smash it?
Pour it in. And get it all out of there.
That was like a waterfall.
That was like a waterfall. Okay, now we got to read the instructions.
I can touch it.
You better wash your hands first, because when we cook, it's an important thing to do. Yeah, roll up your sleeves and wash your hands.
Don't forget the soap.
Yeah,
Don't forget that.
there you go.
Wash, 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 wash. Wash,
Wash them some more. Let's scrub them good. That's just what we're going to do.
Now I can touch it.
Yeah.
See how it feels. So soft. Just the perfect temperature. For the vanilla.
Yep.
Nice and yummy bunny. Yummy bunny do do do. Gonna be delicious.
It is, isn't it?
How's it going with my cake?
It's going well.
Doing some chocolate in that.
Look at that.
Ooh.
That looks good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's working good.
Okay, now. What?
It's at the top.
The cake?
Yeah.
Is it looking good?
Look, it's at the top.
Ooh, it's gonna be good, huh? Is that your birthday cake?
Yeah.
How old are you?
4. I think this side.
Okay.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear us all. Happy birthday to you.
First, I'm going to turn you around and round, round and round, round and round. Okay, snowman's right in front of you. Here's your carrot. Now see if you can find the nose. And on his birthday, Russell said, "Wow, I'm 4 years old, and I'm so much smarter, and I'm so much bigger now." And then he also said, "This was the best birthday I've ever had." He told his mom that, which is, pretty hilarious because he probably doesn't remember any other birthday he ever had. But I think he had a good day. We all did. It was fun. Okay, I'm almost there. It is 31 degrees out. They've had some recent snow here, and I expect we will get either rain or snowed on today, Janet and I. There just wasn't a decent weather day in the forecast this week, so we're doing this. And I just saw a couple of wild turkeys alongside the road, which is always exciting. All right, I'm coming up on the trailhead now, although I don't realize it, but look who it is. It's Janet. She's standing out there waving, making sure I didn't pass it by. This is the South Spencer trailhead. It's much smaller than most of them. Janet and I did very well at social distancing. We tried to make sure we didn't crowd each other. There were some nice overlooks. And as I said, it would have been prettier with a nice blue sky. But I knew that going in, so I was prepared for that. We got snowed on quite a bit, just as I suspected. Still, not a bad view of those mountains. I hadn't been to this area before, as I said, and I thought it was really, really pretty. There were some blue skies at times. We did see some at lunchtime. It was a really pretty trail. Really enjoyed it. These rocks are called signature rock for some reason. We suspected they might have some petroglyphs on them or something like that, but we didn't take the time to look around. It was pretty chilly out and it was still snowing. We did 5.5 miles that day, kind of by accident, which is kind of what we do. And this was a downed tree from a windstorm. Did you like making that?
Yeah.
Can you show it to me? What is it?
It's a sweater that I just made for myself to hang on when it's Christmas.
Yeah. Isn't that cute? You know who sent that to you?
Who?
Aquila.
How?
She sent in the mail. Can you say thanks, Aquila?
Thanks, Aquila.
What?
Are Aquila's Aquila's animals?
No, Aquila is a mom.
Oh.
Yeah, that's her name, Aquila. Kim splurged on a bouquet of flowers at the store, which was fantastic. And I pulled out some white daisies, and Russell and I did that little experiment where you leave them in colored water. And I told him they were going to suck up that water like a straw through their stems. And they did. I guess daisies aren't the best flower to use, but that's what I chose. And I was surprised at how quickly that happened. It was just a few hours. And they were already turning a pretty color. It was fun. I think Russell enjoyed it. And I went out on our property to look for signs of spring. This is bicolored bryum. It is a widespread and common moss of disturbed soil, especially base-rich clays. And it grows on beside paths and roads, in gardens, fields, on waste ground. It also grows on roofs and on stone. And these are false pixie cup lichen. Isn't that a cute name? False pixie cup. It is typically found on acidic soil, on rotting wood that covers tree bases. Its definitive feature is that it terminates in a flaring cup that, when touched, will release powdery soredia. Soredia are common reproductive structures of lichens. According to Wikipedia, it grows in Europe, North America, and the southernmost part of South America. It also grows in the Antarctic. I also found some mullein plants pushing up through the snow and ice, and there were quite a few strawberry plants coming up also, and then I scared up this doe in the backyard.
He's waiting.
I'm a slow eater too. Hey.
I'm gonna try. She already ate it.
You see you trying to get it?
Okay.
Good job, bud.
First she's taking and the feather.
Go ahead. Look at me. That's a carrot, bud.
So pretty.
Pretty good. Oh no.
Uh-oh, she lost some carrot.
She's a black eye.
So you want your ball?
She sure is pretty.
Is that a good carrot?
Why is she so pretty?
He's just a pretty old horse, huh?
And there's cat around there.
got it. But you make it, babe.
That's some fur right there.
I think you're gonna throw your ball in the paddle for it.
All right, buddy.
We got a horse.
Kim's been starting plants for the garden. He has some lettuce seeds going. And he also has some peppers coming up. And next he'll be planting tomato seeds. And then we did a beer tasting of some of his home brew. Kim and Chris and I. It was peanut butter cup stout versus chocolate milk stout. I'm pretty sure the peanut butter cup stout won the tasting. It was really good. They were both really good. Nice beers. And you know we're still using our sauna. That'll go on for a while. I imagine probably in May or so we'll probably stop having the desire to get out there into the heat so much. But for right now, it's really still feeling really good. I saw this little young doe through the window. I wished it would have been a moose, you know me, but I'll take a little doe. She saw me too, so she ran off, went back to her mom.
Yep.
Okay. Hi. Well, we're out again today. It's Kim and I today. He's behind the camera. It is April 2nd, and we are out at the Lupfer trail. It's a part of the Whitefish set of trails. We haven't been on this one before. We've had a lot of snow at our house the last few days. They haven't had near as much up here, but it's very pretty up here. And it's been really cold the last couple of days. When we arrived here, it was right at around 20 degrees out. So it's a little nippy. I brought up 2 pairs of gloves. The first pair I brought up was just a regular pair, but I also brought up these gloves that my friend Carol made for me. She felted these. They have a little opening there so you can get your hands out. Double protection. This is a good day for that. And I know you haven't seen any knitting so far on this episode. I just wanted to put out an earlier episode than normal. This is like half the amount of time I would normally wait to put out a podcast because, I just felt like I wanted to get in touch with everybody and kind of say hi and how are you doing. and that kind of thing. So you'll just have to excuse me. I haven't had a lot of knitting time, but I have had some. So let's take a look at what I have gotten done. First off, I know people are going to ask, and this is I'm wearing my Depth cowl. I'll put on the bottom who this is by. I love this cowl. It's double thickness, and so what I did when I was out with Janet and what I have done today out with Kim is I double it over, and you've got a lot of warmth right around your neck, which has been really great. And it's a beautiful cowl. I just love it. So one of the biggest things I got done, well, half done, I've been working on another pair of socks. This is called the Basilic. Basilic, I think, probably. It's a paid pattern on Ravelry. I have had this in my queue to knit for a long time because I think they're beautiful, and you know my fondness of snakes. It's kind of a little crazy. I don't really like to touch snakes when I see them live, but I admire them, I guess. I just really admire them. Anyway, this sock, as you can tell, has got a lot of color work in it. This one is the left one. The right sock will be the opposite. We'll turn the opposite way. I've done pretty good on that. I see I have a little hole near my heel here. It's not too bad. The yarn I'm using, the white yarn I picked up at Brave Dog Knits in the town of Columbia Falls. And the red is from Big Sky Yarn Co. And it's called Holly Jolly. Holly Jolly. These are going to go in my Christmas box of socks, believe it or not. I'm calling them my snakes for Christmas. Partly because they are color work, and I would really only feel comfortable probably wearing them once a year. I would hate to have these things get a hole in them, right? That would kill me. Anyway, I am making the smaller size, which means you cast on from the toe, and the color work, as everyone who's done this pattern points out, the color work starts very early in the toe. So eventually you work up to 66 stitches for the smaller size, and I am mostly using a size 2 needle. I started off with a 1, and then as I got a little further along, I realized that's probably going to be just a little too tight, so I went up to a size 2, and they fit really well. I'm really going to love these. I have not started the second one yet. Truthfully, I just like to have this sock sitting where I knit, and I just look at it and admire it. I think it's really pretty. So another thing I got working on was, yeah, it's a little chilly out here. I forgot to mention the sweater I'm wearing. This was the second sweater I ever made, and this was made in my knit group in Kuna, Idaho, where we all brought in various extra yarn we had at home, yarn stash we weren't using, and wound it up into balls, and we all shared it and made something. And this was my choice. Second sweater. I really like it. So I started that autumn square sweater a week ago, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know, because I saw it on the LNS Craft podcast. Lorraine knit it, and Lorraine is knitting on her second one. I thought I was going pretty well on that pattern. I was going pretty well for a while. It has provisional cast-ons. I think it has 4 separate provisional cast-ons at the beginning. So just fair warning. I don't mind doing a provisional cast-on. What I really dislike is picking up from the provisional cast-on. I find that pretty challenging to make sure I get the correct number of stitches picked up. But you know, it is what it is. If that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. I think I did something, obviously I did something wrong in that pattern. And so I frogged it. And what do you do when you frog something? I'll tell you what I do. I get all depressed. I go take a long nap. And then I pout and I don't knit for the rest of the evening. Yeah, that's what I do. It was pretty frustrating. It was, you know, I put a lot of work into knitting that. Thought it was going well, was pretty proud of myself, then got to a point where I realized I had really messed up somewhere along the line. I told Lorraine that. I'll have to comment on her podcast, and she said, well, are you going to try it again? And I don't have the answer to that yet. I haven't been brave enough to pick up that pattern again and look at it again. I think I might know where I went wrong in it. But it's, you know, it's not on my radar right now. What I did was I switched to something that I know I can do, and that is another flax light sweater. Yeah, it might be a little boring because I've done so many flax lights, but this one, I've decided that, what did I do? First off, I did a little bit of short rows on the back to make the back to make the whole thing fit a little better. So I'm happy about that. I made the neck a lot smaller because all my flax lights, the neck is way too open. I've tried this on, it does fit. The yarn I'm using is from Hannah Made It. This is Mary Chilmas, and all of them will be the minis that I got in her Advent. The Advents I bought from her in her Advent calendar that I opened up. So I'm just striping it with all her minis. They're 20-gram minis. I think they're going to look really pretty. I'm really enjoying coming around to new colors. And then I'm just looking in my bag of minis from her and picking out, you know, what I think will look nice next. So I'm going to enjoy this. I am enjoying this sweater. I'm not sure how much it'll look like a Christmas sweater, but I will know it is a Christmas sweater. And I'm glad I added a few short rows on the back. I just did that from another pattern I had. I just kind of copied what they did. So that should help it fit a little bit better. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. I think it looks really nice out here. I think the colors are going to be really pretty. All right, I'm going to put some gloves on because 20 degrees, it's a little chilly. Oh, I did want to show something that I bought. So I saw this on Instagram, I think. Wow. Well, thumbs and fingers. Oh. I saw these on Instagram. These are from Montana Home Sprout. She is on Etsy, Montana Home Sprout. This is the lotion. Did you get that? And the soap. And I bought the lemongrass. And this was $13 and free shipping. And they smell wonderful. So I don't know how you guys are doing, but what I've been doing during this time is I get up and I watch a little bit of news in the morning for about 10 minutes. And then I stop watching the news because that's about all I can stand of that. And I either knit or I play with the grandsons. And so I thought I'd put out this early episode just to kind of help entertain everybody a little bit. If you've made it this far, you've seen, you know, a lot of stuff of what we've been up to. And I was just telling Kim on the drive over here, as much as this has affected everybody, we've been very fortunate, and it's good to remember that. It has not affected Kim and I all that much. My daughter Vanessa is still working from home. My son-in-law is home because he can't go to work, but he is home taking care of the boys, doing child care, and Kim and I step in and help occasionally. Other than that, you know, we are fortunate because if my daughter and son-in-law were living in their own home right now, which is their plan eventually, we would not be able to spend time with the grandsons. And I think probably it's safe to say that every day those kids make us laugh, make Kim and I laugh, and that's really good for us. So, you know, as annoying as sometimes having little kids around can be, and as demanding as they can be at times, and as often as they can interrupt you, yeah, I think we're really lucky that they're still around. So it's been nice having them there. It really has. So I thought it'd be really good for us to all focus on what is going right now. For me, you know, one of the first things I recognize is going right is I get up, my coffee still tastes really good every morning. I can still find my pasture-raised organic full-fat milk that I like to put in it and foam up. You guys have all seen me do that. That's been really good. We can still get outside and take these hikes. Really fortunate that way. Not yesterday, but on Tuesday, I saw toilet paper available in 2 separate stores. That's a good sign, right? Maybe people are starting to calm down a little bit. And I could make a big long list of things I'm grateful for. I think we all could, and I think it's good to focus on that. A lot of my friends and some of my friends that I haven't even met in person have contacted me just to find out how I'm doing. And so I thought that's a great idea, and I have done that with some of my friends that live around here in Marion and some friends that live away. And I think it's a great suggestion if you feel like doing that. You may be feeling really awful, but somebody else could be worse off than you. So I think just checking in with each other's a great thing to do. It'll help them. It might even make you feel better too. Linda, one of my viewers, hi Linda, she's Mavie on Ravelry. She sent me, she bought me a pattern recently. It's called Confetti by Vera Valimaki. Probably not pronouncing that right. And I was so surprised to receive that from her because I thought, how did she even know? And I realized, well, because we're both on Ravelry and I put it in my list of favorites. I was looking after I finished that autumn square, or after I failed with the autumn square pattern, I was looking for something easier to knit, and that was one of the patterns that came up. And then she just sent it to me. That's super sweet. I was so surprised. At first I was kind of freaked out. It's like, how did she know I was looking at that? And then Jan Swarbrick, Jan's Crafty Crochet. Hi, Jan. She just purchased for me the Lockdown pattern by Robin Weldon, and it's a Learn to Do Brioche scarf pattern, and it's a knit along. So I might try that. We'll see. I still haven't finished my little gnome. The gnome is where you hang your hat, because frankly, it's a little fiddly, and I've been having trouble concentrating lately. And you have to watch videos. Multiple videos, how-to videos to finish that up. I find that a little annoying, to be frank. I don't know if any of you do. I mean, if I have to watch a video like to learn the German twist cast on, which I did for this, for my flax light sweater, I decided to use that German twist cast on. And I had to look up a video again to how to do that, but it was a lot easier the second time around. I don't mind doing something once for a pattern, but multiple times. I shouldn't complain about it too much because I haven't finished it yet. And maybe that I've seen pictures of that gnome finished and it's super cute. So I'm sure I'll really like it when it's finished. My biggest hope is that I've just helped entertain you guys a little bit. You know, that I think we all need that. We all need to hang in there together. I think that's really important. And I'm going to get Janet on one of these episodes one time. My friend Janet is a knitter. You've just seen her behind the scenes a lot out hiking with me, but she's a really good knitter too. She works at a knitting shop 1 day a week, and I have asked her if she will come on my podcast, and she said she would definitely think about it. But the other day, she introduced me to the term grapple. I had never heard grapple before. I don't know how I'd missed that. But grapple is Germanic in origin. It is the diminutive of grop, meaning pearl barley. It was first seen in 1889 Weather Report, and it is describes pellets of snow or soft hail. And Janet said she really likes it when it gropples. Marini, are you familiar with that term, or is it just me? Oh, everybody else probably knew. So, below this video, I'm going to post links to a bunch of funny videos I've been watching. Most of them are about the coronavirus, but in a funny way. And I know a lot of the coronavirus stuff is super serious. That's what's freaking us all out. But when I started watching some of those little videos I'm going to link to below, it lifted my spirits, because some people have a sense of humor through all this, and good grief, I need that. It really helped me. There's also one that might make you cry, and I will link to that one, and I will call that one the thank you video. So there's a special one. Anyway, I suggest you go watch those. They're really worth it. So what have you been doing that's helped you? Do you have links you've been watching? I know a lot of people have been taking some online classes, knitting classes, learning new things, MC Knitting Adventures. May on that one is teaching yourself using this time to learn to play the guitar. I thought that was really cool. Like I said, having the grandsons at home changes things up for us a little bit, because I didn't realize how much Chris got them out of the house, and how much Russell going to preschool 3 days a week, how much that changed things for us. So, but anyway, if there's anything you can suggest to other viewers or to me that you've been doing that would help, that'd be great. I'd love to hear about it. And I just wanted to tell you, as far as the ducks go, Huck and Marion are still a couple. They're still pairing up. I was surprised. I wasn't sure what the situation there would be. But Huck is sticking with her. But the other two males, the new babies, Freezy and Quankendunk, they seem to be arguing over the remaining 3 females. And they're also giving Huck and Marion quite a hard time, which I was really surprised at. I don't know what's going on there. It's kind of little family quarrels happening, I guess. So the off the porch segment is all trail cam. I asked him to move it somewhere interesting. He moved it out towards the field to see if we got some nicer action. We got a little bit. So be sure to watch the final segment, because I slow mowed quite a leap by a deer, and it's kind of cool to watch. And I just want to say, take care, stay safe. You can always find me on Ravelry as VictoriaJean. And on Instagram, I'm VictoriaJeanW. And you can email me at vjwilliams54, don't forget the 54, @gmail.com. And I just want to thank everybody for watching. I appreciate you so much. Everybody take care, and see you. We'll get through this. We'll see you on the other end. I don't know if I'll put another episode out before this is all over. We'll see. Happy knitting, everybody. Goodbye from Northwest Montana.
think a little more. Stop.
Stop.
1, 2, 3. There we go.
Very good. Stop. No. We gotta wait until we get more water. You say that.
Yeah, you silly ducks. Okay, we need to stand back.
Why? Let's see how they do.
Yeah, let's see how they do.